Live from Los Angeles. What happened?
I don't know what you're hearing, GR, but that's not right.
I didn't hear it.
Hey,
live from Los
Kruse Control. Don't worry about it, GR. It's okay. We're live, everybody. Welcome back. I am Brian Kruse. I am your host as always. Welcome back. You got something playing, GR. I don't know what's going on with you, but welcome back.
I haven't got anything playing.
I am your host as always. I've been here for a long time. Happy Monday. Happy to see you as always. It's exciting to have you all here. Happy Monday. Sorry about the technical problems. We had a moment. We were a little lapse, and here we are. It's December 16th, 2024. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I'm your host as always, guys. I'm so excited. It is Monday, and it's going to be a fantastic show as always because we had a great weekend, right? Hope you accomplished all your goals, had a fantastic time. Maybe you kissed someone you love, or maybe you didn't. You're looking for that person next weekend. I don't know, but it's going to be a fantastic show, and welcome out here as always. And joining me back, everybody, the man himself, our technical director himself, Mr. GR Waters. What's up, GR?
Not much, Brian. Just having a good Monday until we tried to go live.
Yeah, it happens, GR. It happens. I was pushing forward the music on the other computer too, and I think then you must have seen my hand gesture or something. But it's okay. We're here, GR. It's gonna be a great show.
You're just trying to confuse the old guy. That's what it is.
Yeah. How was your weekend, GR? Was it good? Was it a good weekend?
Yeah, got all the Christmas crap done. All the gifts wrapped, and even that monster
all
one.
The tinsel's been held. All the tinsel's out there. All the Santa's on the roof. GR. You got the presents under the wrapping paper, all done. All that's good and good. You got the presents good to go.
Yeah, Deb about had a heart attack when she saw that big one in the living room.
Oh, she's gonna love it, GR. She's gonna love it. What's up, Japanese Spider-Man? Welcome back, man. Good to see ya. Well, GR, it's okay. Happy to have you here, GR, as always. It's gonna be a fun show.
My pleasure, bud.
It's gonna be a fun show. Happy Monday. Everybody else, happy to have you as always. And join me back. We know her, we love her. My co-host of the evening. You know her so much, Miss Angela Costello. Angela, how are you doing?
Walking down the street, pretty woman, the kind I like to meet.
It's in my feet. It's like South Park. I'm not going to do the woot woot woot, but as good as it gets.
Hey, Kira, welcome.
I know.
How you been?
I'm having my technical difficulties too. I got all these devices all over me, trying to get suited up for the show. But we're here. We're alive. I'm well. I'm kicking it with you.
Yeah.
And the
How was your weekend?
squad
Was it good?
tonight.
We got the squad.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
celebrated some. I had
party. I heard.
Yeah, so I had some friends have a double party that was a milestone to celebrate for them. So it was fun to go and kick up the old dance shoes, the heels a little bit, and get down, get groovy, get wild. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
Angela,
down and out yesterday. I was like,
I likes.
Are you sniffing, Pepe? How you doing,
Pepe's
Peps?
always sniffing. Pepe's always sniffing, right?
Are
Pepe?
you teasing the pep star?
I am. I'm definitely teasing the Pep Star.
I can't hear you.
Do you have your snickety snacks? No? Okay.
No.
All right, Peppy. All right, Peppy. Mm-hmm. So it's all about hydration. After this weekend, Brian, hydrate and get your electrolytes. So that's what I learned. Water means nothing if you're going out and having a good time. Get your electrolytes in. Electrolytes are key. That's all that matters. Water doesn't mean anything.
Thirsty Daddy knows all about that.
Thirsty Yeah, right, GR?
Got my Gatorade, got my electrolytes.
There you go.
Well, good to see you, Angela. We're having a great time tonight, Angela. We're having a great time.
Yeah. Good time.
Yeah, it's Monday. And joining us back on and joining us back on Monday. She's been here before. It's been a little bit of time, but I'm so happy to have her back. She's a fellow producer. She's always kicking ass, actor, performer. She's got her own podcast going on right now too. And I gotta talk about it. I'm so excited to have her back. Everybody, welcome back, Miss Laura Broncala.
Everybody, I'm so excited good. I'm happy. I had like crazy Christmas party weekend. I had so many Christmas parties, and I was like working all weekend to Table Read podcast. We were in recording at Clear Lake, great recording studio in North Hollywood, and I have a meeting for my new show that I'm going on, and it was packed, man. It has been through Monday, just every freaking second is booked up. So went to a screening today for Dr. Odyssey. That's a good one if you guys haven't seen that new Ryan Murphy show on Hulu. Hey.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. So busy, but good, and so excited to be back here with you. So thanks for having me.
It's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm happy to have you back here too. It's been too long. And we had fun on a Monday. It's like, how your weekend was good though? You're doing well. It sounds like you got a lot going on, and I love it. I love hearing about it. Because 2024 has been a nightmare, hasn't it been? So it's nice to have some good positive vibes happening.
We're ready for positivity in 2025 and just good things. So I'm doing great though. I'm just happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm happy to have you here. I like to say that all the bad stuff's done now, Laura. Now we're diving in.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Kira. I'm feeling really good about 2025. And I feel like, my friend Jenny and I, whenever Mercury's in retrograde, we say Mercury's in the microwave, and I feel like it's done. It's done.
Let's cross our fingers on that one. I think we all need that right now. We all need that. Well, happy to have you, Laura. It's going to be a fun night. I'm so excited. Good to have you here. And also joining us back, happy to have her here too, from Michigan. Oh, she's been doing so much. She's been modeling. She's been creating a lot of things. We're happy to have her back. Miss Valerie Zatarga.
Don't you come on over,
Happy to be here. Back.
Good to see you, Val. How you been?
It's good to see you too. I've been good. A lot of shopping.
Hey, Valerie, how you doing?
Peppy, calm down, man. Good to see you, Val. What's been new?
Oh my gosh. Well, everybody's coming back together, coming back to Michigan for Christmas. So that's been really nice. Getting to spend time with my family, and that's been good. Doing so much Christmas shopping. But yeah.
You can't stop that, right? You can't stop that right now. Everyone's getting out there. Well, hopefully people are almost done with it, but I'm not that person either. I'm always last minute shopping too. So
I know,
it's the worst.
Express, please, overnight shipping.
Make it come true. And I'm coming to Michigan next week, so I'm still trying to figure all that out. So I'll be there eventually. Eventually, when the snowstorm clears, Brian will be there. But thank you, Val, for being here as always. It's gonna be a fun night. Happy to have you here. Yeah, Countess, a lot of ladies here. Peppy's always happy when the ladies are here too. So right, Peppy?
Fantastic.
Well, happy to have you all here tonight. Thank you again. It's going to be a fantastic Monday. And again, there's a lot going on as always. I'm always super
females. I love this.
Peppy, calm down, man. Take it down a notch, man.
Relax, big guy.
Take it down a notch.
You don't want this?
All right, man. Happy to have it here. It's going to be a great night, but doesn't matter what night it is, everybody. It could be a Monday, a Wednesday, or Friday, any day of the week. There's always one thing going down in Kruse Control, and that is the lot of breaking news. Come on. All right, everybody, the very first thing I want to talk about is KRAVEN, which has not done that great for Sony over the weekend. So 4.7 million opening night, overall 11 million opening weekend, and so much so for that. Oh, it's going to be our best movie ever. But you know what? People just right. I feel like people just wanted to rip on this. So that kind of happened. People have given up on Sony. I didn't think it was that bad of a movie. I saw it. I didn't think it was that bad. I know everybody online saying it's just a shitstorm, but I mean, that for me, I'm like,
thought it was a flop, Brian.
Oh, it's a big flop.
Yeah, it's a big flop. Like it's a flippity flop. This thing's
I didn't think it was that bad, though. I really didn't think it was that bad. I saw it, and I was
Were you drinking before you went to see it, Brian?
Surprisingly, no. It probably would have been better if I was, though. It probably would have been better. I wish I would have been. I also wish I had been drinking during Rings of Power, which they've been still making these. The third season has been picked up. And the first season was, second season was better, I would say. But now they've officially picked it up for a third season. The showrunners, Patrick McKay and J.D. Payne, came forward to confirm this. It says they're prepping now. They're very, very intensely working on this. We're making it happen, but that's all they can say. Of course, that's all I can say. And if you're a fan of this, I'm kind of surprised Amazon spent a lot of money on this. But then again, they are hoping it keeps going. The ratings have gone up second season. So I expect more of this. I just do. You get this big, big franchise like Lord of the Rings. Yeah, keep going. And something else that is coming back too, or I should say someone, is Jennifer Love Hewitt is coming back to I Know What You Did Last Summer. She's officially signed on after much debate that will she come back? Will she not come back? Yes, she is coming back. She has struck a new deal. They've already been shooting, so it's kind of interesting. We're just finding about this now, but that happens sometimes. Things are kept secret. I think after, that Sarah Michelle Gellar posted that picture saying they were filming, now you're going to get everything kind of coming out. Be like, all right, yeah, the cat's out of the bag. We're back to work. So you're ready for Jennifer Love Hewitt to come back. Oh, Gesundheit. That was loud, GR. That was loud.
Jeez, and my hair blew back a little bit. It was
that was the loudest sneeze on the internet, GR. That was the loudest sneeze. I think everybody on YouTube went flying back in their seats. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get out of my face.
I think GR, even Jared Leto's hair flew across the screen. GR, I think Jared Leto's hair even flew across the screen because Jared Leto is now in a negotiation for Barry Levinson's assassination. Now, this project sounds pretty awesome for me. It's about the assassination of John F. Kennedy. And now Al Pacino's in this, Jessica Chastain, Brendan Fraser, Bryan Cranston, massive, massive cast. Of course, it is a mystery noir pick that centers around the assassination of John F. Kennedy. And it takes place in that time when you have a groundbreaking female crime reporter, Dorothy Killigan, played by Chastain, who is trying to find out if the CIA is involved with this, if the government's involved with this, and they're coming after her. And it's got this big, massive star-studded cast, and Jared Leto, they don't say who he might be playing, but Jared Leto, get involved, man. Get in there. I think that we got this massive cast. Get in there. I'm excited. I love JFK, and there's a lot of JFK stuff happening in the news these days. We'll have to see if we find out more about that as it moves forward. And also, there's a lot of talk about Menendez Brothers, right? Menendez Brothers. And now with our new district attorney, Nathan Hochman, he's been saying, well, hold on to your butts a little bit. They might not be getting out. Because again, now January 30th, there's a hearing that's still happening, but he has now said that there's a lot of stuff people were saying about the SA allegations that they weren't actually part of the actual second trial. And he's saying based on what he's seen so far, there was a lot of it in there that the public didn't see, and the media is kind of twisting the words for that. So he thinks that there's a lot more that you haven't seen, and that's going to go into factoring if he's going to actually get them out. Now, on top of that, too, he's just saying that, people think this, but you can't always trust the media. And we'll have to wait and find out. And they will take into case, if they've been doing well, if they are actually rehabilitated. But it doesn't sound good if you're the Menendez brothers right now. It sounds like they might be stuck in jail a lot longer. And somebody else who has got better news, of course, Tom Holland. Tom Holland right now signed a deal with Sony right now for his production company, Billy 17, alongside his brother Harry Holland and Will South. Now they're going to be kicking off their very first movie with Sony's relationship now, which they'll be actually producing titles under Sony. And their first one is called Burnt, and it will be of course, a wheelhouse for Tom Holland to be starring in. Not much news about what this movie is going to be, but there's going to be a lot more movies coming forward now with Sony and Tom Holland. Of course, he's Spider-Man, and he's great. I love Tom Holland. Everything he's done, it's been amazing recently. I've been loving him as an actor. I think he's only going to get bigger star power. And I think Sony sees that. So latch on, let's go, Tom, whatever you want, let's make it happen. So he is coming back, and of course, he'll be in the Avengers movies, but also Haley Atwell has signed on to come back as Agent Carter. So if you're a fan of her, of Miss Carter, she's been signing on for Doomsday. Of course, everybody's coming back for that movie. We got Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans recently signed on, and now we have her coming back as Agent Carter. Though everyone's going to be variants and all these different characters, I just think that there's a lot of rumors. We know what we know. We know she's coming back. We got Cap coming back. We got Doomsday. Wait and find out. The rumors are always going to be speculating, going crazy. But I got to say, it's probably going to be a lot to coordinate all these big actors, as any of these big movies are. And you want to make sure that you get this all done so you have the best production. And talking about production woes, oh my God, Luke Grimes came forward about Yellowstone, and he said that this was the easiest season to shoot because Kevin Costner wasn't there. Kind of trash talking his fellow co-star a little bit, saying he caused a lot of drama, a lot of conflict. He said, so obviously, like, this was the best one for us because people said there weren't any kind of fights happening on set or, arguments, I should say. And there was a lot with Kevin Costner. We were talking about him back and forth with the showrunner, and they said that they just didn't want to bring him back, and they wrote him off. They killed him that first episode. So it's interesting. Again, when problems happen on set, you do see these things happen. And of course, Kevin Costner was a massive part of this. But it's got to be weird to hear about that from your co-star, like kind of trash talking after the fact. I wonder what Costner thinks about that. I don't know.
About yourself, and it's not the reputation you want to have in Hollywood. Like, that is not good.
No, definitely
not at all. The fact that you're like co-stars, like kind of trash talking you after you walk away, it makes you wonder what they were saying on the actual day. When you were there.
Not only that, just how was he acting? Because I mean, that is a really bold thing to say. I mean, you got to.
Oh, he was being a huge dick on the set. Yeah, he was. I mean, I'm just gonna say, yeah, he was being an ass. Like there, he was just like, because it was his, baby, pretty much. So.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've heard in the past he's been problematic, Angela, too. I've heard in the past he's been.
He's
people said he were
known for that. Like on Dances with Wolves and stuff, he was like weird. He was very like, I think, from what I heard too, it was like a difficult situation with him. He just some people. I
wonder if it was also
actors,
because he's directing. Is it directing and acting? Is that why? Maybe
probably,
he just couldn't handle it.
Because you want it,
and producing.
You want it to be done your way.
Yeah, there's like plenty of people that produce, act, direct, and don't have that reputation. So I don't know that counts as an excuse. I'm thinking about, even with the show I went and saw today, Dr. Odyssey, Joshua Jackson's an executive producer on that, and it's going really great. Of course, it's Ryan Murphy money, but
like what isn't that guy involved in anymore? It's like all Ryan Murphy now. It used to be like.
He's like
everything.
Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman's in a billion.
He has
like 6 things out this year.
Yeah, I'm surprised she doesn't have like 25 things. She's in every single. We talk about her all the time. She's in everything. Like every time I look around, oh my God, she's there. Nicole Kidman. Like, how are you everywhere?
Yeah, right.
The woman's got like she has like 3 of her running around.
I love it though. I wonder if she'll be in. We talked about that before. I wonder if she'll actually be in Days of Thunder too. I wonder if she'll come back to that. I bet she will. I bet she will. It'd be kind of weird. Her and Tom back like together again.
Friendly. I don't know. I heard some like weird, there's like a weird deal with their kids. Their older kids and stuff. Like they don't really talk to her anymore. They only deal with him.
Wow.
So
he tells because the kids probably say, "Tom, show me the money." Show me the money.
Yeah. I think they followed in Dad's footsteps. I mean, mostly. I think from what I understand and have heard, that she kind of, I don't know if it wasn't like not like, shushed her kids off or something, but it like pawned them. It was more just like, I think they just had more relationships with Tom than they did with her. I guess I don't know. It's kind of what I heard.
Maybe they got away more with Dad than they did with Mom.
Maybe. I don't know.
Could be. I mean, I don't know. It's
lots
interesting.
Of stuff
Maybe just kind of
flying around.
went in her own direction, though, too.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of stuff flying around that Drake and Josh said, too, Angela, because we've heard all the drama right there that happened. And the fact that, Drake Bell came forward and he says he wants to do a kind of a reunion, a revival of this was interesting to me, like a reboot. He goes, we do something like Curb Your Enthusiasm. We're kind of trying to find ourselves after the show. And I was like, hey, the thing is, after you had all the SA allegations and we had that whole quiet on set thing come forward and you went through that tragedy in your life, I don't think I'd want to go back to even having any kind of memory about that show again. But, maybe we will. Maybe we'll get that again. And this time I think people, he maybe just needs he wants to go back. Maybe he's trying to make a better memory of it now. I don't know. But it seemed weird to me that he wanted to do that. But we'll see. Maybe they'll come back. But, he was big on the Disney cycle, but big on the Nickelodeon cycle was another person. That was Barrett Carnahan. And I worked on Thundermints with him. Now, he played the character of Link on Thundermints. And now he was in Cobra Kai. But now he's been cast in For All Mankind Season 4. And this is crazy, too, because he's playing like a recent high school graduate in this new season. And I'm like, what? He's like 32 years old, and he's a recent high school graduate living on Mars. I guess Mars, you just look older. You age more on Mars, maybe. That's what it is. Maybe you age faster. Not to trash talk the guy, but I was just like, high school? Like you couldn't, I mean, I like him too. He's a great guy, but I just thought that was stretching it a little bit for me, I thought. But, you know, I can't wait for the next season of that I Love for All Mankind. It's going to be like 2003 now. So we finally got in the 2000s. Because they started back in the 60s or something like that. So I love that show. It's so much fun. Period piece. Every year kind of goes up like 10 years, if not more. So it's a fun show. And also something else that looks fun to me is The Gorge. I don't know if everybody saw this. The Gorge trailer dropped. And that's Anna Taylor-Joy and also Miles Teller. And they're coming in to be like new assassins that are protecting this gorge like on each side of it. And apparently it's the gateway to hell. And they're trying to keep everything down there. It's an Apple TV movie. It's coming out February 14th. It looks fantastic. If you haven't watched the trailer, check it out. A big cast. Apparently there's a sexual tension happening here. So you got like the devil below you, and you got don't touch each other. Don't get too close because the devil might get you. A lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. As always on here. Valerie, you're all about that Ryan Murphy world, aren't you? Are you still excited about Ryan Murphy shows?
I still love Ryan Murphy. He holds a special place in my heart. But, you know, everything has that man's name on it. Everything. And I can't watch everything. It's so overwhelming. There's so much stuff.
It's like Netflix and cable TV, and then we're also got movies coming out, and he's branched out to every network. Everyone's hiring him. Hulu. They're like, let's give me some Ryan Murphy. Give me some Ryan Murphy. I don't know how the guy sleeps. I have no idea.
You know what the thing is about him too? They talked about this a little bit today. He is just so particular. And like, even on a show like Dr. Odyssey, they use fresh cut flowers on that show. Like, he will not have plastic flowers. He will not, like, his production quality is so high and everything he creates is so good. I mean, yeah. Oh, someone said something about the Aaron Hernandez limited series. It is so freaking good. I watched the whole thing. It was fantastic. And like, he gets the best talent. Like, and his shows feel so different, right? Going from Glee to American Horror Story to Dr. Odyssey to Aaron Hernandez, they all feel so different. And he seems to just be able to put together the best team to get it done, no matter what it is, right? So
yeah,
that was my spiel.
Yeah, he's always working. You're right. He has a great team around him. A lot of people been with him for a long time. Even like a lot of his like wardrobe people become producers too on here as well. Because a lot of the stuff they're creating, he lifts them up too, because they're doing such great work, world building. You know, I love the world building he makes. That's the one thing. But he does have a lot of projects. And he has other people that he trusts to take over. That's a big thing too. He did do Glee, Touchy Ghost. He did do Glee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm from Ohio, and I was in show choir, so that was a big Ryan Murphy show for me. That sold me on Ryan Murphy because it was accurate. I was like, this show is right.
Japanese Spider-Man, you haven't gotten those shows yet? Well, hopefully they'll come soon. Get a VPN, man. Get your VPN on and say you're in the States, and then you get all those shows. That's the workaround. Not for some people. Anyways, a lot of breaking news. And this is that time. I got to put that 1 minute on the clock for all my guests to have to say, is there hot takes? Let's do it. All right, everybody. Now it's time for those hot takes. This is that time to put 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute, break down all their hot takes on all the latest breaking news. Now, can they make it for the bomb blows up, or will they not? And you know what? Like I said before, I used to buzz people. I'm not buzzing people. Your hot takes are your hot takes, and you, audience, decide who is our winner of hot takes end of the day. Who will win hot takes today? I don't know. You might know, but we'll find out very soon. Let's go to the panel. Let's go talk about these hot takes now. Let's go to the panel. All right, everybody. Let's see who's going to go first. Angela, what are you thinking? Who do you think should go first for the hot takes today, huh?
I'm going to give it to Valerie.
Yeah.
Valerie. You got the floor, babe.
Awesome.
Yeah. How you feeling, Val? You feeling good already, these hot takes?
Yeah, I'm excited. I got
Okay.
things to say.
I believe in you, Val. Here we go. Let's get serious. Let's get down to business. Let's make these count. Here we go. All right. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
All right, KRAVEN bombs. I'm sorry, Aaron Taylor Johnson. You're still beautiful. Rings of Power renewed. That's interesting based on what I know about that. Jennifer Love Hewitt, or sorry, just Jennifer Love. Yeah. I want to know what you did last summer. So I'm excited about that. JFK Thriller. My history-loving father's gonna love that. That's gonna be good for him. The Menendez Brothers. Sorry to them. Sorry to those men. Tom Holland and his brother. Very exciting deal. Let's see. Carter was back. Very exciting. Needed to chill on. Drake and Josh. I can't wait, but also let it die. Drake, let it die. Let it go. All Mankind. Very exciting. And lastly, I'm excited to see Anya Taylor-Joy.
It looks good, doesn't it, Val? Valerie! Great hot takes! How's it feel, Val? Great hot takes. Great hot takes. It's you're setting the stage for everybody else. We'll see who can beat that one over. What do you think, Angela? Who's gonna go next for the hot takes?
Let's do Laura. She's kind of new, right? Well, let Laura go.
All right, we'll send it over to Laura. All right, Laura. Woo, how you feeling? How you feel about these hot takes?
I feel ready today. I'm now I know this game. I didn't know last time. You guys remember I was new? I won it, but I didn't know what the heck I was doing.
Right. You're like, here we go. Babbitt was like that. Babbitt was like, what, hot takes? I'm like, let's go, Babbitt. Come on, man, let's do this.
He's good at stuff like that too. He's like,
yeah, he was good. He was on it. He was like, all right, let's go. I got this, man. I believe in you, Laura. You got this again. There'll be fantastic hot takes.
okay.
Here we go. Here we go, Laura. All right. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Okay, here we go. All right, so KRAVEN. Let's talk about KRAVEN. I have not seen it, but I will, just because the cover art, that dude is hot as hell. I'm watching that movie just to see him shirtless. Rings of Power. Can we just follow the source material? I don't know. Why would you take Tolkien apart? That's a bad idea. I'll watch it, but I hope it's better this time. J-Love, love her. So excited to have her back. That's classic. If you're going to do I Know What You Did, you can't do it without her. JFK, the casting. That's so cool. I love JFK. I'm all about it. Menendez Brothers. Keep them in jail. They killed their parents. There's no debate there. Tom Holland, so stoked about Tom Holland. I potentially get to interview him, so I will try to find out some more about this Sony deal for you, Brian. Agent Carter, love the casting. It's fantastic. Did the timer turn off? No, it's still.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Oh, no. Yellowstone, Drew Costner, You Should Be Nice, Drake and Josh. But write a big enough check and anything can happen. For All Mankind, I will watch, and the gorge looks amazing. I'm so excited to watch it.
Woo, great hot take, Bird. It goes so fast.
It's really ticking there.
Woo. Great hot takes, Laura. Great hot takes. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. All right, Angela, we're getting serious over there, I can tell. You gonna go next, or are you gonna slam it over to the thirsty daddy down there?
Oh, thirsty daddy, it's you. I'm going last.
Nice.
All right, GR.
Doing last.
Oh, I can't hear the thirsty daddy.
No, you're on mute.
maybe Angela, you gotta go next. Maybe I don't know what's going on, thirsty daddy down here tonight.
No, I hit the mute button by mistake.
Our tech director, come on, tech director.
Well, I got so many buttons over here now.
It's very true. Okay, GR. All right, I still see you. You're excited. Here we go. Let's make this happen. Now, you usually got these hot takes down, so I believe in you, GR. I believe in you. How you feeling today about these hot takes, huh? You feeling good?
Let's just do it. I got 2 gorgeous women that did really good to follow up and one to follow me. I'm surrounded by talent and beauty. What can I say?
You still got that twinkle in your eye, GR. You still got that twinkle in your eye, though. So I believe in you.
Brian, as I've told you many times, I'm old, not dead.
Oh,
Drops a little poop-a-doo-poo-poo-poo.
all right, Peppy. All right, all right, Gr.
Down,
Ready
Peppy.
for these? Let's get these hot takes, Gr. All right, hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Get it, Gr.
KRAVEN bombed just like we said it would. We called it. Rings season 5. I couldn't care less. I'm a major pass on trash like that. JLS back to the show after 20 years. Oh well. JFK. They killed the woman the movie's about. They murdered her too. Kilgallen. Menendez, leave those assholes in jail for the rest of their lives. Holland, I'm glad he and Sony made a deal. I love his work. Agent Carter, I gotta see how they bring her back. She died in the last one. Oh, geez. Easier without costume? What a bitch. Drake and Josh, who? Sorry. All Mankind, great ad for season 5. And the gorge looks bitchin'. I watch people flirt with binoculars. That's really cool. Very unique.
Great hot takes, Gr.
Nice job,
Let's
dude.
get at it.
Thank you.
Let's send you a kiss, ladies. Here you go, Gr. All right. Great hot takes, Gr. How's it feel?
Feel marvelous. I mean, I had chasing 2 talented ladies there.
Yeah. Gr. Well,
you
know,
you
we'll see
were,
what happens.
GR.
It's
You know, you
not
get
up to me who
sandwiched by
wins hot
another
take.
one.
There you
Well,
go.
what a bitch to be surrounded by 3 gorgeous women, you know.
Yep.
Oh, you.
All right, Angela.
You little romantic, you. Okay.
Yeah, right.
You parched Papa.
Drink some of
All
that
right.
Gatorade. All right.
Moving on. Move
What are
on.
we gonna do?
All right, Peppy. All right, man. All right, Angela. How you feeling? Ready for these hot takes tonight?
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's
finish
make
it
this
off.
happen. All right, hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
KRAVEN, I agree with Laura. Super hot. I feel horrible that he was in a marvelous flop. Flippity flop. Lord of the Rings, The Power. Hell yeah. I'm totally up for season 3. Let's go. I want one of those rings so I get crazy. Let's see. Jennifer Love Hewitt. This will be interesting. Everyone's got to make another buck, you know, from the 90s. Jared Leto. I love seeing him in everything he does. I mean, could be a little bit of a, we don't know what happens there, but it should be interesting. The Menendez Brothers, like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they should get a second chance. I'm in between. Spider-Man, Tom Holland, great. Don't really care too much. Agent, Carter, not really caring a lot. Yellowstone, Kevin Costner has always got an attitude. He's got to change that shit. The Josh and Drake situation, I could care less about it, to be honest. Mankind, let's do it. And then let's see what happens there with that season 5 situation. And then Miles Teller, yeah, you're my bud, dude.
Woo! Great hot takes, Angela.
Just cruising, you know. Thanks, bud. I don't know. I had to roll with that one because I didn't know. Some of that stuff, if I don't care about it, I'm just gonna like, what's your Dilligaff? Right?
There you go.
Dilligaff, GR. I got a Dilligaff.
When you don't care, you don't give a fuck.
That's what we should probably do now, is just say, if we don't even care about it, just say Dilligaff and then just go to the next one. It saves us like at least a few seconds. Like, shaves off a few.
That's why I use it.
It's easy. Everyone will understand it. We'll like get some merch or something that like identifies the definition of Dilligaff. So
I see Jonathan in the chat tonight, too.
I don't give a.
Don't give you don't give anything, right?
Fire truck.
You don't give a fire truck. You don't give a fire, yeah.
That's great.
Great hot take.
That's the polite way to say it.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great hot takes across the board, everybody. Great hot takes. And I'm starting out there right now. Vote it up. Putting it out to you, the audience. Who wins hot takes? Comes down to you, not me, not Peppy, not anybody here. Not the thirsty daddy with his little algorithm. Nope, it comes down to you. So let us know who you think should win hot takes.
Jonathan McFadden. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jonathan. So what exactly does Dilligaff mean? you want
Do
to?
I look like I give up?
There you go. GR censoring himself tonight.
Give a fun yes.
Censoring himself. Yeah.
Because
I
there's
don't
all
know.
these
Do I look like I give it?
Ours has
Yep.
best behavior.
He's holding back a little bit. He's holding back. That's good.
Just for tonight, because I've got 3 ladies on the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
are you being? Wait, are you being polite, Dion?
Yeah, I do it once in a while, you know.
Yeah. Get your little.
Well, as long as it's not
Get your little.
a certain
Get
lady.
your little sweetness on.
Okay,
Valerie,
don't push your luck.
Valerie, for GR, Drake and Josh, right? Can you explain who Drake and Josh is for him?
Okay, Drake and Josh. Do you know who like Drake Bell and Josh Peck are? Have you heard of them?
No.
Okay.
You have GR. GR, you have.
Oh, I have? Okay.
Early 2000s, we got 2 brothers, they're stepbrothers, and they're total opposites. Like, one of them's cool, and he's got the bowl cut, and that's Drake Bell, and the other one is Josh Peck, and he's, like, the nerdy brother. And they're very fun. It's a really funny show, and there's a lot of, like, current controversy around that after Quiet on Set and everything that, you know, Drake Bell has said. But very funny show. Really fun. I loved watching it personally.
And we talked
I-
about that a bunch in this show.
Thank you for the info, but I can honestly say I never saw it.
GR,
Yeah.
we've been talking about
never do
we've
there.
been talking about the showrunner for a long time. And the showrunner, again, that Quiet on Set came out, GR. Remember the showrunner was sexual essay. I guess I can't say that on air. I've been told by multiple people I can't say that on air. I didn't know that, but there's been a lot of essay. I don't know. I've said it a million times. People are like, you can't say that out loud. I'm like, why can't I say sexual
Why
assault?
not? Well, someone in the
I don't know.
audience explained to us why you can't say. Why can't we say that?
Yeah. Yeah. But now, like he was being the showrunner is being, he's actually suing them for defamation now. So he's got a whole thing in Los Angeles for defamation based off that Quiet on Set. But there've been so many child actors that have come forward saying that they were assaulted by him or during all these different Nickelodeon productions. So it's like, I remember it was Disney.
God, that's so disgusting. Like I don't know
sad.
why. Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
Nasty.
It just bums me out that I hear that. Valerie, do you think that with all that stuff, all those allegations, that he should even want to do the show again?
It's interesting that he would want to, but it makes sense that he would want to because, I mean, I can't really think of anything else huge that he's been in. And I'm sure he's like, okay, great. Like I've gotten some publicity. I mean, it's not necessarily great publicity. You know, it's for a really sad reason after this, documentary came out, but he's like, okay, let's keep the momentum going. Let's bring back like anything I'm known for. So it makes sense. It's just interesting based on his, experience during that time. I think it's interesting that he would want to even go back there at all.
Yeah, I know. It kind of shocked me when I heard that. I'm like, okay. And then Curb Your Enthusiasm version too. I thought that was fascinating. And it was Nickelodeon. My brain's back and forth. There was Nickelodeon. Yeah, it's just sad to see that any of this stuff went down. That document, or that series was actually really well done, I thought too. So it shines a lot of light on some of the stuff that was happening at that time. Yeah, it's sad. We'll see, Valerie. I don't know. Maybe they'll make it. Maybe they won't. I think that he's got a lot of clout right now. He's in the news a lot. That I think that maybe they would want to do something like that to clear the air. Maybe it's all about the money. Jonathan says.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, unfortunately, those kids shows. Sorry, Disney, Nickelodeon, but you guys pay shit, and I'm sure that those kids are flying through their money if they haven't gone through it already. So, you write a big enough number on a check, and people will do anything, especially when that bank account starts to get low. So,
yeah, that's a great point, Laura, because that's a true thing. A lot of these contracts we see, what they do is, I think we talked about on the show a little bit. What happens with Nickelodeon and Disney? It's like after season 3, they have to start paying the kids full wages, and then so they cancel these shows or they change the name, and then they go, well, we're back to underpaying their child actors, which is crazy to me. I mean, I love a lot of Mickey Mouse stuff. I love a lot of Nickelodeon stuff, but I feel like there is these weird clauses for kids, and it sucks. It just sucks.
And it didn't used to be like that. Those kids that were on Full House and Family Matters and stuff like that, those people are still making money. Like they're set up for life, which is how it should be. If you spend your childhood making a TV show, you should be able to live off of that TV show until,
in perpetuity, right?
Yes.
Like in the contract, yeah.
And because those kids, I've worked on those shows, and it's not that fun for them. Like I used to work on this one show and these kids were just like being kids. Literally, they just wanted to be kids. And people would come yell at them and be like, we're filming, this is serious. And I'm like, that kid's like 6. Like,
I know.
5 minutes so they can play. Like, I don't, oof.
Yeah, it's
Like
tough to
time
turn
is
that off.
money. They're like, what?
Yeah.
We just want a Lego.
Yeah, it's tough. I know Jonathan is telling people they have to negotiate, which you can negotiate, but a lot of these kids fall into it. It's parents, it's agents, it's stuff like that. They get caught in there, and they just go for those contracts that are given, and they don't know to negotiate.
And if you're too picky,
then
picky
they'll
with
go
like,
different
then
kid.
they're like, yeah, we don't want to deal with this finicky parent and child situation. We probably like them, but there's someone else that will take your spot in like 5 seconds. We don't need to worry. You know what I mean? Unless they're dead set on somebody. Maybe they'll make it like, a couple, like maybe they'll make some, contingencies or they'll figure something else out. But most likely, no. There's always somebody else that they can hire that will less trouble making.
Yeah, that's how it's sad, but it's like, all right, you're out. And it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of times you're not asking for a lot. I think when they start to push back, you're in the right space because that's where you should be. When they're too quick to say yes on something, you don't have the right stuff in place.
No room,
contracts. No. What'd you say?
No room. Jonathan's like, bring me in. No room, Jonathan. We're a full house tonight. We're a full house tonight. Full House, kind of fun. And Laura too. Like beyond that though, too, the Tom Holland thing is pretty great. I know you were saying something about Tom Holland. You might be potentially. There's a chance you might be working with him, right? This is a big thing. You and I brought this up earlier about the whole the deal because it's a big thing for his career. His production company is getting more into producing with his brother, and now like if they're working with Sony, there'll probably be more opportunities for a lot of people, and maybe he can make a whole new renaissance in his career. What's going on with him for you? And are you excited about this new chapter in Tom Holland's career and potentially yours?
I'm like thrilled for Tom Holland. First of all, Tom Holland deserves it. From everything that I understand about Tom Holland is that he's a gentleman. He's kind to people on set. He doesn't have like that huge ego and he's fun. You can tell when he goes on to these shows like Kimmel and other shows, like he just has a great time and people love him. So my thing right now, I'm coming on to co-host a little sci-fi fantasy talk show. And I happen to know a producer who has worked with Tom, and he had suggested that we bring him in for one of our first interviews. So I would love to interview him. I think that he's a gentleman, and he seems like a great guy, and I'm thrilled for him. And I think it's going to be really good for Sony, too. Sony puts out great stuff, and I think it's just going to be good all around. I hope that I get to work with Tom because he's fantastic. So
yeah, I hope so too, Laura. Putting it out there for you.
We'll throw that clip out there, and then he'll definitely come on. He'll be like, "All right, Laura's cool. We'll do this.
Let's make this happen.
I'll hang with Laura. We'll chat. We'll chat."
Unlike Kevin Costner, right, Angela? Unlike Kevin Costner, you're.
Yeah. I mean, you might hit on. You never know. Kevin, I think he's single again, or he's ready to mingle.
Are you shocked about about his co-star coming forward after this time now? The new season's out and saying this though, or do you think this is like a thing that you're going to see more and more of? With him, or just Well, just like more people about Yellowstone. Will more actors you think come forward, or any other crew?
Yeah, I mean, if they're not if they don't, if they're not told to keep their mouths shut, in their contract, no bad talking your other co-stars, but sometimes they can do it for publicity purposes. I mean, there's all kinds of extenuating circumstances or certain things they'll let you do, but for the most part, no, you can't badmouth who you're working with. But once you're out of there, I mean, it sounds like everyone's just letting their mouths flap a little bit.
They're like, whatever, just say it, just go for it.
They're like, thank God the guy's gone. They're like, I mean, I've met Kevin Costner and talked to him on the red carpet and stuff before. I mean, of course, you're going to get people just at face value. Some are I know and meet working in TV and film and stuff outside, and I've known them through friends of friends or whatever. But yeah, just some of the people that you meet, he's kind of just, I don't know, he's just a very whatever guy. Nothing really too, I wouldn't say he gets real personal or deep. You know what I mean? He's just a kind of a surface guy. That's fine. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. Like,
Right.
whatever, Kev. You do you, man. I'll do me. You do you. Like, if ever the two shall, you know, intertwine at some
Maybe
point in
not
time
past.
and talk again. I don't know. Like, I'll be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, again, I've never had an experience that was like horrible with the guy, but I wasn't working on a show with him or anything. I think when you're spending that much time with people, then you get a real glimpse of like, you know, those 16-hour
who
days
they
and
really are.
filming. Well, yeah,
Well, that's the
people
whole
are
thing.
like,
It happens a lot. People even ask you,
know.
like, I mean, I had an interview for a stand-in job one time for Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan, and it was like they just asked you, like, they were like, well, are you cool so we can spend these long days with you? Because that's what they ask. 'Cause it's like we have 12 to 15, 16-hour days. If they don't like you, they don't want you there, you know?
Yeah, where you're like, I'm cool as long as you like feed me, give me some breaks, treat me like a freaking human being, give me something to drink, you know, like I can drink something.
Right.
I'm not being like, right? Like, I mean, there's like I'm cool in most capacities, but it's like, if you're going to like make me starve, not go to the bathroom, I mean, we might have some problems. I might become a little bit of a pain in your ass for a second. 'Cause, you know, not like a bad way, but you know, right?
Food is
No, but
very
that's like
important.
just it's like basic humanity on set. It doesn't happen sometimes when they like, you know, like when I've gone on and been on films for like those 15-hour days, you're like, Jesus, you know, like
Whenever I run a set, I'm always like two things that you don't skimp on. Heaters, if it's cold and you're outside, you have to make sure everyone's
Yeah.
comfortable with heat and air. And
Yeah.
food. Because if the food is bad, everyone's grumpy, and then the whole production is just people being like, "Oh, the set's so cheap. They don't even have good food here, and we're here for 16 hours a day."
And you get like, and you could possibly get like diarrhea. Like it's awful.
Right.
Like have you ever had that happen? It's so horrible. You're like, I'm sorry, I've had that. I don't care. I will admit it. I have been like, oh my God, that was like the worst sandwich. And then, I mean, it wasn't just me, it was like other people. I don't know if it was E. coli or what happened with the food, but like you were like 5 pounds lighter after you had your meal. So it wasn't exactly like the point is to fill you up, not empty you out. So
Well, first they fill you up and then they empty you out.
it was like a diuretic or some shit they put in the food. I swear. They like didn't want anyone gaining weight. Like,
So you're saying it was shitty food is what you're saying.
I don't know what. It might have been intentional. I still have, yet to like wonder about that, but it was weird. Yeah. I wasn't the only one. What did you say? Did you say gonorrhea? What did you say?
I said, speaking of diarrhea, GR, does the Menendez Brothers give you diarrhea thinking about this case anymore or what?
Well, I mean, I predicted this a few months ago when the elections were going on.
So,
it was all a
diarrhea.
political move. That's all it was. I mean, and the current DA, who is a smart man, said, I'm going to look at it. Well, guess what? He's looked at it, and those assholes are staying right where they belong.
Because his re-election is going to be based on that. Oh, what'd you do during your time? Well, I let out the Menendez Brothers. I totally like one of the most notorious. I mean, it's like you got to really look at that one pretty tough. I mean, you can't just be like, oh, I took a glance at it, with the sanctuary laws. I took a peruse.
Brian, I got to tell you, the one thing of all the hot takes that got my attention was the JFK thing.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie, right?
Well, this is a look they've never taken before because they're looking at it through Dorothy Kilgallen. Now, for you youngsters that don't know, she was a major, major investigative reporter, and they murdered her.
You think that would probably be a big part of it too, right, GR? That would probably be a big part of it.
I would hope so. I mean, because she was a talent. I mean, she could dig up things that she had allegedly, because we'll never know, but she allegedly had some information on what actually happened in the square that day. And all of a sudden, she mysteriously died.
Yeah.
Mysteriously.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, GR. I think there's going to be a lot more JFK in the news these days.
Well, yeah, like this isn't to be like getting the political thing, but like didn't like Trump's administration or didn't they say throughout this election that they were going to, like, their goal was to release who killed JFK?
Yeah,
they'll never release that because they.
I mean,
I
would
don't
be like,
think
isn't
they
that like
really
a matter of yeah, like I don't know what.
Well,
like,
RFK
I think that
is trying to get his, I guess, his niece to be somewhere in the CIA to start like opening up all the files. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
He's like set on it. Which again, it's his uncle.
I'll give you one word of advice on this. Getting this information. Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, I'm not holding it. I mean, I just want to be like, put your money where your mouth is, bud. Like, I just want to be like, are you really going to try and do that? Like, okay, like, let's see. Like, I don't know if many people are going to be like, all right. I mean, there was supposed to be a lot of stuff that's going to be, like uncovered or disclosed, but I don't know.
Good point, Countess.
The politicians, you know how politicians lying?
Mm-hmm.
His mouth's moving.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, and truthfully, only 30%, and that's very like generous. 30% of what a politician tells you will actually happen throughout their term. That's
30%. How about 3%?
30.
Oh, geez.
It's like,
well, we do have a percentage of a winner for hot takes, everybody. We do have that. So,
all right. Who won?
So let's find out who is our hot take winner for this Monday edition of Kruse Control. And without further ado, our winner of hot takes for this Monday is Miss Valerie Zatarda. Congratulations, Val!
Oh, okay. I think my joke about my dad did.
What was that, Val? One more time. What'd you say?
Nice.
Yeah, I think it was my joke about my dad loving JFK. That sealed the deal. That was it.
That was it.
Dad's a smart man.
Hey, once when my dad had a rough patch of health and he was in the hospital and he was like, bring me the JFK picture. And we brought him a framed picture of JFK and it sat in the hospital with him for a couple days. And the nurses thought it was really funny. So
yeah, I could see him doing that.
Yeah, it's very him.
Yeah, it's well, great hot takes, Val. Great hot takes. And great hot takes across the board, everybody here. It was a fun hot take time tonight. But we do have a lot going on, and the night is not getting any younger. So there's a lot going on that I want to talk about. One thing that everyone's been like, what's happening? What's coming back? What's going on? That's right, Malcolm in the Middle is coming back. Can we talk about that? So everybody, Malcolm in the Middle, I never thought I'd say this. Malcolm in the Middle is coming back. Now, Bryan Cranston actually said multiple times throughout the years that he's talked about it, thought about it, maybe gonna happen. Well, now the 25th anniversary of its launch on Fox, it will return for a limited 4-episode run on Disney+. Now, the original cast members, of course, Frankie Muniz, Bryan Cranston, and Jane Krasnick are coming back. Now, they're coming back, of course, to reprise their roles as Malcolm and his parents. And then on top of that, too, you're probably going to see more of the actual cast come back because the idea of this will be, now, of course, we have the original, one of the original directors coming back, too, and the original writer, Linwood Boomer. They're coming back here to make this project have all of its, again, initial core talent that were part of this, but it's going to be during an anniversary, which kind of makes sense, right? It's the 40th wedding anniversary for Malcolm's parents, and everyone's got to get back together. So doing 4 episodes, limited run, and of course, I don't think they would do more. I don't think Bryan Cranston would, but I think this is fun. I know Frankie Muniz was recently saying that Bryan would check in on him, just seeing how he's doing, because I know he went through a lot as a child actor. And I think people are just going to enjoy this. I mean, everyone's talking about online, like, how is this possible? I think anything's possible these days. Almost every show is coming back in one form or another for revival, reboot, redo, remake. We talk about it all the time. And Malcolm in the Middle, what's not to like about this? This is a fun show, over 100 episodes. It was went on for years. It was a fantastic series that a lot of people loved. Of course, you're going to try to find a way eventually, and we're going to have this little revival for an anniversary. It's kind of fun. I think it's fun. Reunion shows seem pointless, Japanese Spider-Man says. I get that. But you're not going to ever have this whole cast come back. to be, I think, I just think it'd be Bryan Cranston would be the tough person to lock in for a long time. But what's everybody think about this, really? What do we think about this? Angela, how you feeling? Are you excited about Malcolm in the Middle coming back for a revival of 4 episodes? Or do you think, again, that we're just like going up the wrong tree? Like, why are we touching this franchise, leaving the past?
I mean, if it's 4 episodes, like, why not? I mean, I liked Malcolm in the Middle. It's fun. I share the same... I'm not going to say that. But I'm sorry. I just, because I don't want to like relinquish my private information. So I share like a similar date with like a birth date. Let's just say that's not I'm like, let me just backtrack. I share a similar birthday with somebody on the cast. So it's kind of nice to, and we'd always see each other in Hollywood on like specific, like on our birthdays. It was super weird. We used to run at each other like all the time. Be like, oh my God, it's your birthday. It's like, hey, Angela, it's your birthday. And, like we'd be like going places like every year and we'd be at the same place. So it was kind of funny. But anyways, I'm down for it. So let's do it. Why not?
I like how Japanese Spider-Man said, are they all decrepit now?
Well, I'm not, and I hope that they would.
Well, Queen was nice. Like, Queen asked if they were going to all be old now, so she was at least
they're more mature.
Somewhat.
No, they're not all that. Angela, do you think that
a couple of them are going to be decrepit? Bryan Cranston's going to be the decrepit one.
He's in great shape, GR. Leave him alone. He's in great shape. He's the one who knocks
right.
Leave him be.
I mean, the rest of the cast will come back.
I mean, yeah, I think they might. You know, I mean, if it's
I think as Angela said, for a 4 episode run, that's hard to say. But I think for 4 episodes, because that wouldn't take up all their time. It's a few days of shooting and we're done.
So, GR, you're excited about this? You're tuning in day one. You got your TiVo set right now, or your Hulu. What we got? I think TiVo's gone. You got whatever you got set these days to get this, so you don't miss your revival of Malcolm in the Middle.
No. I mean, it was a cute show, but I didn't watch it. It was after my time of comedies. I go back to like Happy Days, Brian. Come on.
Yeah, Happy Days was great. I don't think you'll ever see a revival of Happy Days.
Pretty old, but you know that's okay. He's a good actor.
You know a great comedy that would never get made today?
What?
Archie Bunker.
Archie was pretty good. My parents watched that.
Yeah, I don't think that would come.
I do.
I don't think that would come back, GR. Not at all. But this is exciting for a lot of fans out there. I know leave Bryan Cranston alone, so that's all I'm saying. Valerie, what do you think about this? Did you ever watch Malcolm in the Middle? Is this too far gone? Is anybody from like Gen Z going to actually care about this at all?
I think so. I mean, I watched it. I thought it was really funny and I enjoyed it. And I mean, for like and also, honestly, Bryan Cranston is just like a huge draw for so many people. And like, I feel like even people who didn't watch it, but you know, are huge Breaking Bad fans will be like, oh, Bryan Cranston, let me watch that. Because like, that's the case for like my younger brother. Like he loves Breaking Bad and I'm sure he would probably just watch it because it's Bryan Cranston, honestly.
That's a good point. There's probably a lot of people that just like love what he's done. And Breaking Bad's massive, of course, you know. They maybe never watched it. They're like, oh, wait a second. This is kind of cool. What do you do? This was a big role for him too, Val, because he was like, again, trying to get jobs constantly. Then he books the father. And again, we have to think about that sometimes. I think I'm going into that territory myself, Val. I'm like, it's time to play the dad maybe. You know, and maybe the dad role is what gets me there. We got to be the dad now. And that's what made it for him. So the dad part's not that bad, even if you're not a real father, I don't think. And Frankie Muniz is probably really happy, huh, Val? Because I haven't really seen him do much, really.
Yeah, I don't feel like he did much, but yeah, I mean, I think this would be really good for him. And, you know, I'm just excited to see Bryan Cranston be funny. Like I remember showing my brother like the clip of him from the show when he did like the roller skating. And I was like, you know, Bryan Cranston used to be funny. Mm-hmm. And so he loved that. But yeah, no, I think this is going to be good for everybody. And, you know, it's not like too much of like a long drug out thing. It seems like a respectable anniversary, you know, type thing. So I think it'll be funny.
Yeah, everyone's loving it. I'm excited about it. Why not? Bring it back, guys. They've been wanting to it again. hear them together one more time, and you just look a lot different. That just happens. Hey, we're all getting older. That's okay. And I saw someone ask me if I was 70, if I'd go back to Thundermans. Sure, bring me back. I'll be the ta-da, whatever that was. The Good Enough Greg was my character name on the Thundermans. Maybe I'd come back to it. Why not? Do some magic tricks. Laura, what do you think about this? Are you excited about Malcolm in the Middle? And again, do you think that this is something that maybe they get super excited about? They're saying we're doing four, but they get in there, they start shooting it, they have such a great time that we do more. Is that a possibility, you think?
Money. If it makes money, they will keep going. They're going to say 4 and then they're going to do 20. I do like the idea of doing a limited series, but I'm almost like, why didn't they just do a movie? That kind of makes more sense to me than doing 4 episodes. I'm like, they should have just done a movie. But I am excited about it. Bryan Cranston is still funny. I've met him a few times, and he is hilarious and quick-witted, and I'm thrilled to see him again. I also heard, I don't know if you guys have talked about this on the show yet, but I heard that Scrubs is coming back. And this is that same era. So I'm interested to see, like, shows in the 90s and 00s were really big, and comedies and sitcoms back then were almost, like, larger than life. So I'm really interested to see if are we going to do something more grounded? Are we trying to get back to, like, the over-the-top silly? I watched Scrubs recently, and I was like, whoa, this show is silly.
Right? It was super silly. Super silly.
And, you know,
they've been working on that too. They've been trying going back and forth. So I want it to happen so bad. I can't wait.
Yeah. And we've moved towards a more grounded version of a sitcom. Even Modern Family was hilarious, but very grounded and a little bit more real than some of these shows like Scrubs and Malcolm in the Middle. So I'm interested to see if it's still like wacky and out there. And we had a lot more slapstick back then, which I kind of like stuff like that. So
I love it. I love it. Give me that slapstick. I'm all about it.
Oh, yeah.
I thrive in the slapstick, Laura. I thrive in the slapstick.
I know you do. You're great at slapstick. I've directed you doing slapstick, and you're wonderful.
I'm like, let's keep that going because it's fun. You know, sometimes we got to laugh. We do so many dramas, and I know Ryan Murphy has that world is kind of dominated with all these serious dramas. We're missing out sometimes, I think, on some of the fun. Because again, it used to be acting was just like we got to laugh sometimes, like during like world wars and stuff like that. A lot of it stuck around because people needed an opportunity just to disconnect and turn off and not be so serious and just smile for a moment. And I think we do lose a lot these days.
I can't really believe that you just said that, Brian, because they literally said that is what Ryan Murphy wanted to do, making Dr. Odyssey. He was like, I want a show that feels like TV used to be, which is kind of uncomplicated. It's like levity and a fun watch, and that you don't need to have these big, heavy through lines. You should be able to jump in at any point on the series and watch the show. And yes, there's some through lines, but it's not dependent on those. You know, think Monster of the Week X-Files episodes. Like, those were fun to watch because anyone, you know, your friend comes in, what are you watching on X-Files? Oh, is it a good one? And what is it this week? Is it a vampire? Is it a werewolf? Whatever. And those standalone things are really cool. So
yeah, they did a lot of those too. The Monster of the Week was a big thing on X-Files. I loved X-Files too.
Yeah,
I know, like my uncle's always sending me, like, I don't use DVD players anymore, but my uncle Marty, he loves it. He's like, you got to have every season of X-Files. And so he's been sending me every season. I almost have them all on DVD now. I almost have them all.
Don't forget the movies. He needs to get the movies too.
I'm like, he's probably listening. Don't tell him. I mean, it's okay. I can give me the movies.
You gotta know all of it.
It is good to have. I'm not a big physical media person, but it is good to have that actual tangible DVD. It really is, because it's going away. Valerie gets all the American Horror Story DVDs. That's what she gets.
I do.
Yeah.
My yearly birthday gift from Uncle Marty is every season of American Horror Story. So it's been good.
Yeah. He's hooking it up every time. So round of applause for Uncle Marty.
Jonathan, Brian wants to know more about directing you. And yes, the X-Files was so scary, Kira.
Of course Jonathan does.
It was scary to watch. What do you want to know about me directing Brian, you guys? I mean, he was fantastic. He's easy to work with, and he's funny, and he's fun, and he's just very, as you see him here, he brings that same energy to the stage, and he's one of my favorite people to work with. So
we're always having a good time. Yeah. when we did the Valley, it was a lot of fun, and that was a crazy character. Like I did Lewis, and we've worked on so many projects, Laura. I feel like it's just all a blur. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's all a blur.
I loved your level of commitment to the Valley. I will say that when Brian plays a character, he gets in it and he stays in it and he's committed to consistency with the character. I love that Brian's really good at creating isms that go with characters too. And like, you were so good at carving out very distinct isms and in your roles. Like, it's fun. Louis the Target was wild.
And my last name was the Targa on this show. Valerie's like, wait.
I remember. I just forgot it until right now. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was just, and that character's kind of happened. But we have a good time. We're supposed to be having fun. We're actors. We're having a good time. We're entertainers. At the end of the day, we want to smile. That's why I said we just gotta smile. We gotta smile more often. I think we're getting too serious sometimes. And this is supposed to be show business. Business happens a lot, but it's also a big show. We're having a good time. And I hope Malcolm Middle has a lot of that energy that it had initially to make people smile again. I also hope that Tom and Jerry does too, but I don't really know if I believe it will. Because, everybody, Tom and Jerry's being rebooted one more time again. We're doing a cartoon sometime. Can we talk about that? Come on. So the Cat and the Mouse Act is back one more time. Rashida Jones, Will McCormick, and Michael Gavier are coming in to be writing the next Tom and Jerry movie. Now, this is through Warner Brothers Animation, so we're bringing it back animated form. The last one that came out during like the whole kind of COVID time. It was released digital. It didn't really have the whole big theater run like a lot of these. Didn't do that well. I thought it was all right. It was fine. It was like live action mixed with animation. But like this is something that's gone back a long time. And I kind of wonder if there's even an audience for this anymore. Because the last one didn't do as well. Is there an audience for it now? It started back in 1940, which is Hanna-Barbera, the Hanna-Barbera China Times. It was like way back then. But it did win. Like I had, you know what I mean? It was like a long time ago. 114 shorts. It won 7 Oscars. And honestly, it's done a lot of stuff, but I just don't see it really that this is like a big thing that can make big bucks. I just don't see it. I mean, who's the audience for this? I mean, I just don't know. I love Tom and Jerry. I do love like what Simpsons did. They kind of made Ren and Stimpy kind of off this too. I love that because Tom and Jerry was very brutal at times. Very brutal. It was like when Roadrunner was chasing
abusive.
Coyote. And
like it was like pretty intense. Like the way that Tom would or Jerry would Tom and Jerry. So the way Tom would handle the cat. Yeah.
Yeah. Tom's the cat. The Tomcat. Yeah.
Tom's the cat. Yeah. Tomcat.
No,
he was like really abusive.
Super abusive.
Yeah. Like
that is like, how is this even a thing? You know?
I don't know.
If you go back and watch this is what it was. And I just don't think they would do this same thing anymore. I just don't think they would. And which changes the whole kind of dynamic of the show. But
it's like what we were talking about with Archie Bunker. Same thing. This kind of violence towards somebody else is not acceptable today.
Yeah. So, GR, do you think that Tom and Jerry can succeed like it used to?
No. Again, it's just not. I'll watch it because I love the cartoons. I mean, I watched them growing up. What I saw were repeats, of course. But, but I loved them. They were crazy fun.
No, they did the live action before, GR. With animation, do you think this is better to take it and do just full animation? Do you think that would do better than they did? Because that Looney Tunes movie, they tried doing that one, and that one didn't even come out. We talked about that so many times. So do you think that WB can actually have a win with this one?
It won't be. I think it'll do all right. I don't think it's going to be, it's not going to win any Academy Awards or $1 billion, but it'll make some money. Because there are people that...
Could it suffer that same fate, GR, where it never gets released, you think?
I don't think so. I think it'll make the screen.
Okay. I'm intrigued. I don't know, GR. I feel like it's tough. This is a tough thing to sell these days, but animation is always different, right? We're getting the animation. Maybe we can target towards kids, but then it's not going to be Tom and Jerry because I just don't think they're going to have like Tom beating each other up or Tom beating up Jerry and Jerry beating Tom up. And, I just don't think we're going to get that. I would like to see it though. I mean, I still love Tom and Jerry. It's just like a time, like almost like a relic of the past in a lot of ways. I was surprised that last one even came out. Angela, what do you think about it? I see the gears moving, Angela.
Yeah, the gears are moving. I think the risk with this is that they risk over modernizing, right? Like, and losing the original charm of what Tom and Jerry was at the time that it was. It just doesn't. I mean, they can try and do a rendition here of like this, a reboot. And I think at the same time with the reboots that we're having, I do think it's kind of, we're getting fatigue from all the reboots. So I mean, some are fine. I think some are nice, but it's just becoming too much of a reboot universe at this point. We've talked about this before, right? Like there's so many other things, originals that people could be working on or doing instead. They want to be like, well, this made money here. We want something. They want a familiar brand. They want a familiar name. They want to get it out there because it rings people's ear bells. It gets their eyeballs going like, all right, let's get butts and seats and see what we can do on dollars. It's not really about like, I guess it's about like, how creative can we get with this? But they risk, and a lot of these old classics, they risk just over modernizing. So I don't know. It depends on who's working on it. Like Laura was talking about, your team matters, who you're working, what you've got going, script, all that is going to be a really big determination. But I like it. It was just it was just abusive growing up, like the two of them.
Very abusive.
I think they're going to have to like really dial that in a different way. I'm interested to see how they're going to, change that maybe. I don't know. Because kids see that and it's like,
just do
well,
it.
Mom, I saw her and I'm just going to hit my kid I'm going to hit my brother with a bat, like Tom and Jerry movie did it. You know what I'm saying? So the kids, like you socially learn what you see. So, they take that stuff home with them. They're like, well, we saw it in our cartoon, and so, I think that's why everyone's really careful now on what they
blame the movies for everything.
You got to put it on something. It's your social environment. So if they're young enough, I don't know.
Laura, you worried about the children with Tom and Jerry? You worried about the children?
But I will say I do think that they're going to make them like friends or something, and that will ruin it. That's not what they are. There are times in Tom and Jerry, I do remember there were like little parts of the episode where they would like get along, but the other one didn't know about it. Like Tom would be stuck somewhere or something, and Jerry would like when he wasn't looking like, out of a trap or something. So the episode could keep going. But I'm a little skeptical on this one. I'll be very interested to watch a trailer when that happens. So who's voicing again?
They haven't even said any kind of voices. It just came out. They're just doing the writing right now. They're just putting the script together. So we'll have to see.
Right, you can do the mouse.
Oh, GR.
You know what? Rashida Jones Rashida puts out really good stuff.
Yeah.
So
Will McCormick and Michael Gavier. I think they're working with her on the whole thing. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see about it then. I guess that gives me a little bit more faith. Some people are really good at taking things that don't fit modernly and creating a whole new thing out of them. I don't know. I'm also just interested to see. You said it's a movie, right?
Yeah, movie.
I'm trying to imagine long form Tom and Jerry because the whole point is that someone said they played it in the theater between, the previews and like, they were always just little segments. So I'm trying to
3 minutes. 3 minutes was the average.
Yeah. Is that the old one, Brian? The one that you have up is the one they already did?
This is the last movie that came out. Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of like friends there or something. I can't say that I watched it. So
they like worked in a hotel room. They worked in a hotel, and Jerry, Jerry. I think Jerry was like moved into the wall someplace, and Tom's trying to get him out of the hotel. That was kind of the idea of it. And then they had all like the main characters like causing chaos around them. But like Laura, even like
terrible.
this one, like this is old Tom and Jerry. And I just don't think stuff like this flies. I don't think they'd be able to do stuff like this anymore with Tom and Jerry.
Oh my God, it was so violent. It's crazy how violent the show was.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be happening.
Yeah, I just don't see it working out like that anymore. But what was the last comment I had here? Where Catherine, welcome to Kruse Control.
Gideon, that's my brother.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Oh,
John.
nice.
Brother
Hey,
John.
hey.
Karth.
How can you wait with reboots though? No one seems to want to take risks on all new IPs at this point. It's true. As we say on Kruse Control, we're missing out on that fresh IP-ness. We don't have any of that these days. So we're waiting for it. We're waiting for it. But I just don't think we get it anymore because people are scared for, trying. We said it multiple times tonight, trying something new.
Well, and then the last sentence in that comment is hence the recent rise of video game movies and TV shows, which I love.
Yeah.
And everybody loves if they're done right, which so far, okay, I feel like I'm going to nerd out a little bit. I am a huge video game fan. Like The Last of Us was done where 50% of people really loved it. You loved or hated it. And I felt like it was a 50-50 split. I love The Last of Us because it was about human stories and very much the game is set that way. And I watched like the inside the episodes and stuff too. And they were like, it's not about you're not playing the video game. This is different. This is like, it's about these human moments. And then like, I also kind of felt like I didn't really like the Resident Evil series with Mia Jo. Oh, wait, who was it? It was,
it was Mila.
Mila.
Yeah.
She's
I will butcher her name. Jovovic.
Jovovich.
I'm gonna butcher. I butcher all names. That's my role on Kruse Control. Butcher names.
Yeah, but I like her a lot. I think she's great. Her performance is great. Because I'm like a video game nerd, I wanted to see more of the actual game storylines, right? And then they put out this other movie that like most people haven't seen. Again, huge game nerd. This is like stuff you guys don't know about me. They put out this movie called Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. And it was great because it was really cheesy, but it fit the release era of the first like Resident Evil was like really big. And it was like when voice actors were just voicing games for the first time. It was PlayStation 1. And there's this great line in it where there's like, they open like a door and they're like, it's blood, Chris's blood. And it's like really dramatic. And they put that line in the movie and I just about lost it.
I love when they do that inside thing sometimes. It happens a lot. They just kind of sneak those lines in and people are like, yes, yes.
Yeah. And it followed the first game to like a T. And I was like, this is what the first Resident Evil movie should have been. But anyways, I do think that's a good insight is that, we're so desperate for new material and it's just reboot after reboot after reboot. So it's nice to get some of this video game writing in that has become on that level of like scripted television and movies.
Yeah. And I love Last of Us. I've enjoyed Fallout's a lot. It's been a lot of fun too. The second season, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful that they keep doing that, riding that well, because again, we had, back in the day, video game movies weren't that great, but they're doing better now. It's working out better. I think on TV it works better too. Okay, Valerie, Tom and Jerry. We're gonna circle back.
Yeah,
what do you think? Have you watched much Tom and Jerry? And do you think that there is any world that there's people out there like screaming for this movie right now?
I've watched a lot of Tom and Jerry. Like, I watched a ton of it, and it was always like fun and interesting and captivating to me. And I think you could show that to any small child, and it would be captivating to them. I mean, because it's like it's hard to put onto movie format because like the original was like no dialogue, and it was like storytelling through imagery and music.
Oh yeah.
And so like. It's really hard to put that into an hour and a half, 2 hours. I think, but I would love to talk to a child. Like I need to call one of the children in the family and be like, hey, do you know what Tom and Jerry is? I want to know.
Where's Torbett? We need him, GR. Where's Torbett?
I bet you get a 0 on that one, Val.
Yeah. I just don't know. I mean, I think that you put it on, I think they'd watch it. I think they would be entertained. And kids will laugh at violence, so maybe they would enjoy the violence. I don't know, because like, what happened? But then I don't think you really know what's happening a lot of times when you're a kid too. You don't really recognize a lot of that stuff that's going on. That's why a lot of things go over your head when you're a child. You just do. Yeah. And I think they had these inside things because they were having fun. I would hope that this would do well, because you're right. It is, animation style will lead towards more children. But do you think that parents would maybe be kind of iffy of letting their kids watching this based off the violence these days?
Maybe. I guess I feel like it won't be that. Like, I can't imagine it would be that. I think people would probably go into it being like, oh, this is a modern version of Tom and Jerry. I don't think it would deter a lot of people, but granted, I'm also not a parent, so I don't know.
Yeah, me either. Luckily, not a parent here. I mean, one day, but I think I would probably be like, yeah, you guys should watch Tom and Jerry. It's fine. And I'd be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have my kids watching this right now. Because again, Tom is beating Jerry with a paddle over and over and over again.
He's using him like a ball. It's the ball, and remember those toys, like a ball on a string? He put him on his. This is awful. This is brutal.
I think GR has one in the background. GR, you have one?
Yeah, well, I had one.
I'm
see,
intrigued.
it was fun in games for kids, and kids didn't. And it's not. Maybe it's generational. I don't know, but we didn't take it seriously. I didn't go out and get a paddle and start beating my sister with it.
Yeah.
I would have liked to at times, but
well,
not always, but sometimes,
Yeah, sometimes maybe you were thinking it. I mean, but yeah, but I hope not though, GR. I hope that never becomes a thing where it would become like, oh, we're gonna, kids are gonna start beating their brothers and siblings over Tom and Jerry. But then maybe that's why they're gonna change it.
I don't think so.
Maybe that's why they're gonna change it. I think they will change it. I think overall it's not gonna be the same. But we'll have to wait and find out. Valerie, what are you thinking?
Well, I don't know. I can't imagine, like, Tom and Jerry is not the problem when there's so much other stuff. Like, my mom's a preschool teacher, and she was telling me about one of her kids was like, hey, can you help me draw this picture of Art? And she's like, who's Art? And he's like, Art the Clown. I love Art the Clown. So, I can't imagine Tom and Jerry from the 1940s cartoon is the biggest threat.
Can I ask you a question? Thank you, Brian.
Who's Art the Clown?
You don't know who Art the Clown from the Terrifier movies?
Oh, that guy. Yes. Yeah. Yes. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. Because that new one just came out.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, like a couple months ago.
Yeah. The kids these days, they love the Art the Clown.
I had no idea. I had no idea. I know that movie did really well too. It did really well. So maybe that's a sign of all that too. You're right. Maybe Tom and Jerry. But then again, people try to find reasons to be like, oh, this is bad. But it is, yeah. I think PETA. I don't know. I think that it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon.
Brian said PETA.
I can see PETA being like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I can see it happening. I'm just saying. The world we live in, I can see it happen. I'm like, it's a cartoon cat. Tom doesn't exist. But then again, GR is not going to go make a paddle with the mouse and hit it like this, It's not going to happen.
I don't know. Is he? Are you going to do that, GR? Don't do that.
I only do that on Thursdays, okay?
I see.
The
Punch Papa.
Thanks, Thanks, Peppy.
You got it, Peppy. Maybe take you a drink.
Yeah, he would drink, or you should be drinking, GR. But Tom and Jerry is coming. I don't know if it'll be great or not. We'll wait and find out. I'm interested. And we have a great writing team behind it, so hopefully it is great. The writing team's coming back for something else, everybody, and everyone's kind of been talking about over the weekend, wondering what's happening. Is it true? Is it not true? People are trying to debunk it. People are saying it's true, but Barbie 2 might be moving forward, everybody. And we got to talk about that in our featured story, everybody, of the night. So over the weekend, the Hollywood Reporter put this out there, and everyone started going crazy about Barbie 2 because During this time, they said that Greta Gerwig has been sitting down with WB and is in early stages of development on Barbie 2. And that she said she finally came up, this is based off 2 sources the Hollywood Reporter had. And of course, the Hollywood Reporter, if you don't know out there, they're one of the big, the big entertainment news companies. We got Hollywood Reporter, we got Variety, and we also have Deadline. I don't want to say Deadline's usually, they're kind of one of the higher ones if you ask me, but the 3 of them are this big conglomerate for news. Usually it comes in here, it's truth, or it's something that's coming very soon. But they said that they've hatched an idea for the new Barbie movie. Greta has. Now, she's been working over at Netflix for a little bit, and she's working on the Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe series. So I don't know, she's supposed to do a few of those, and I'm not sure when she'd have time. But they're saying that she did pitch an idea, and then after they pitched the idea, this came out, after Hollywood Reporter reported this, it came out saying from Warner Brothers and her team that didn't happen. Now, that's something that happens in Hollywood all the time. It does. People will come back and say, we didn't talk about that. That didn't happen. And they'll leak it a meeting that happened. And then they'll be like, why'd you say that? Who said that? And maybe it's not finalized, but it's early talks and they don't want to have it get out there so that no one gets their hopes up. It doesn't work out. Look at Deadpool Wolverine. They pitched that movie like 5 or 6 times before they actually found something to work. So that can happen. But at one point, was it $4 billion? At that point, you're going to get a Barbie 2. I've said it for a long time. It's coming. It's a matter of time. They've set up for a Ken spinoff too. Maybe that will happen, but I believe this meeting happened.
I hope not.
The fact that, well, I believe this meeting happened, though, everybody. I believe this meeting happened, and I think it comes down to the politics of it. I think they don't want it to get out in the business, right? Everybody talking about it yet in the trades, and it got out in the trades already, and now they're scrambling because they're not 100% locked in with it. I think it happened. I believe it's happening. I believe that everyone's going to be on board. I think everyone would love to come back. If Greta's involved, she has an idea. Why would you not do it? That's what I think. And again, $1.4 billion. They did Joker 2, and they didn't want to do Joker 2, but we did Joker 2 because it made over $1 billion. That's how it goes. That's the business. That's show business. Are we excited
Look
about
how good that one did, Brian.
Well, this one's different though, GR. This is like a different kind of movement, if you ask me. I think it is. And the fact is that Greta wants to do it, I think it could be something. Valerie, what do you think about this? Are you excited about the prospects of Barbie 2? That it's in the trades, people are talking about it, back in the news, or should Barbie be a one-off on your book?
I'm very excited. I know in my heart it should probably just be what it is, just a singular movie. But if it actually was good and the second movie that will make me cry, and that would be great. I would love that. I mean, it's a huge thing. I want to wear a pink outfit to the movie theater again.
Did you wear a pink outfit when you went?
Yeah, of course.
You see anything that you like to see? Is there anything that after watching the movie that Greta maybe is thinking of? Is there any route that you would like to see the storyline go?
I think watching her now that she's a real person navigate that from the perspective of, she's been a perfect Barbie for her whole life. And then having her, go to her doctor's appointment or go to the bank, having her do real life things and having her, I'm sure it would be all, her struggling through that and experiencing different, struggles with patriarchy in the real world and things of that nature. So,
do you see Ken being there too?
Yeah, Ken's got to be there for comedic relief. Ken will be there. I don't know why Ken wouldn't be there. Ken's probably going to want to be real too, so he can go, be her sidekick. Bring
that Kenergy to the real world, right? Bring that Kenergy in there.
Yeah.
So you're super excited though, right? You're like, let's make this happen tomorrow.
Yeah, I want it to be good. Here's the thing. I'll never forget how excited I was when, I watched the first small trailer for the first one, and it was her taking the foot out of the high heel and it stayed like a Barbie.
Dun, dun.
And it's I would love to feel that excited, again about a movie that I really, really loved the first time. I think it would be so fun.
Well, Valerie, I think you're going to get it. I think you're really going to get it. I think it's happening. I just believe that. Because Laura, the trades, right? Hollywood Reporter, if they're saying it, it's got to be real, right? It's got to be.
Yeah. And we'll know for sure when Deadline puts it out. A Deadline waits till they have confirmation. So if Deadline says something, then it's happening. But I don't see why it wouldn't happen. There's a lot of people being like, why wouldn't there be a second one? Or there shouldn't be a second one. my opinion is it made great money, so of course it should be. Greta is a wonderful writer, a wonderful storyteller. It's interesting. I'm seeing a lot of comments on the side where people are saying, I didn't understand the movie or I didn't get the plot of it. And I really enjoyed this movie because it was a feminist film, but it also poked some fun at and drew attention to toxic feminism, that is a thing. Like there is a form of feminism that can be toxic.
Very much so.
Oh yeah. And I just thought it was cool to make Ken have some sympathetic moments and just the way she treated him like crap. And it was a cool call out to be like, you know what, women can treat men like crap too. And this is like not a one-sided thing. Feminism is great, but we also have to be careful with it. So I am interested to see what they explore. And I do wonder if it would be a more Ken heavy movie this time, because come on, the Goss, everybody loves the Goss. He was great. I just watched Fall Guy recently and he is just,
he was great in that. So good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to watch it.
Oh, it's
you
so
gotta see
good.
it. You gotta see it.
If you work in the industry, it's like made for you, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Laura, is there anything else you think that she'd go with the storyline? Because again, she was tackling a lot of these themes of feminism. Is there a way that maybe she can morph that into some other kind of maybe pivotal kind of plot point you can think of?
You know, it'll be interesting to see, because we also had a small glimpse because of the Barbie that was like chopped up and missing hair and like, you know, there was some commenting on beauty standards, American beauty standards and what that looks like. So I kind of wonder if we would go into the like messed up Barbie world, because they like hinted at it, but didn't really show it, you know, like when somebody goes off the Barbies go off the deep end. And I'm curious to see if maybe beauty standards are more of a focus of the next movie.
Nice. That's a point. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that could be true. I'd love to see the other world too, because I don't know if they go back to Barbie world. I feel like they might. You know, we did that. We've been there.
Yeah.
Maybe more people would like actually branch out from Barbie world too.
Right.
Maybe they go to the real world this time. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's no longer Barbie world.
All the Barbies go to the real world. A good movie.
What's this? What are we doing here?
There's like a Barbie like army comes in, and then they're trying to take over a city. And I don't know. I'm not gonna write
like when Jurassic Park, you know, like comes to like Los Angeles or something, and they like release the dinosaur in LA, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Like, it's just like
no thanks,
causing
Jonathan.
mass hysteria. Like the Barbies are in like the real world, and they're just like, "Oh my god, what do we do here?"
You know, they are. It didn't even take a year, and they're making another Jurassic Park. Did anyone see that yet?
Oh yeah, it's comes out next year.
They were like, we're bringing the whole cast back. This is the last one. And then like a couple months later, they're like, guess what? Jurassic Park still makes money.
They'll be like, oh, we got $2 billion out of this. We'll make another one now.
Another one.
Yeah. We're going to figure this out. That's how it works. Andrew, what about you though? Hollywood Reporter reports this. It gets taken back by WB, by Greta. They're saying this meeting never happened. Do you believe this meeting happened?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it happened. I mean, if they're taking it back, like we can't let anyone know it's a secret. I mean, like Laura said, like if Deadline's reporting it and a couple other you know, then you know something's going on.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
then it's really becoming a thing. Is the world ready for a Barbie 2 though, Angela? Are they ready for it?
I think this world's ready for whatever comes its way at this point. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? I mean, who am I to say? Like, ready or not, here we come. Like, here it comes. So, I mean, yeah, why not? You know, I wouldn't. You know, I'd like to see a twist on it being more like how Laura was mentioning, like more of a man, like you know, like looking at it from the lens of the male perspective, kind of. I don't know, seeing how. What's that?
Is there Kenland? We go to Kenland, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, like, just, you know, like...
Is that a thing? I don't know.
Well, I mean, there could be, I guess. There's quite a few different Kens. I think I had like a redhead. I had a red-haired Ken. I had all kinds of different Ken. I had all kinds of Kens and, you know, other weird body parts and stuff. And you'd start, like, playing with them.
Okay. TMI.
Did GR have any Kens?
I mean... But you're trying to like, when you're growing up and you have Barbies, you're like, oh, you're learning about anatomy and things. You're kind of like, this is weird. You're like asking your parents, like, where's their private parts? Like, they're just like it's like a little bump, everything's like, but I never had like I think one of my family members had like an old school Barbie, like that looked sort of,
Queen.
What?
Queen's comment, wasn't Barbie made human by the end of the movie and rewarded with the menstrual cycle? Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, maybe they'll have one when she goes through menopause or something. Like Laura was saying, maybe like a darker, like we show like Barbie in not this so perfect form. Like what was that actress's name? That was all, with the cut hair and the Kate, what's her name?
Kate McKinnon.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. She's so freaking hilarious. Like, love that woman. And she's great. Her eyes are all like wild and her hair is like all, cut up. And I think it'd be kind of cool to get like, have some, Barbies that are like a little more, I think, real in a sense. Not that I'm saying people walk around looking like with crazy hair that's all wild, but you know what I mean? Make some like more realistic versions of what we call Barbie or whatever. But I don't know what they're going to do. I'm just spitballing here, but
I mean, it feels like they could do anything because there's like 500 Barbies. Like, there's
like 5 million Barbies. Yeah, like
you could make like
I just want Ellen there. I just want Ellen.
When you guys go into a Target store, and they actually have an aisle that's just the Barbies, the Barbies, and I bet you there's got to be 200 or 300.
GR, how do you know that, GR? GR, how do you know that? What are you doing at your Target store, GR?
Hey, it's right. That aisle is right across from where the books are, so it's like
Yeah,
I get that, GR. GR, what about you? He's been quiet. Wait, hold on. Let's do the thirsty daddy fast. GR, how about you? You excited about a Barbie too?
Fuck, I didn't watch the Barbie 1.
Oh, come on, GR. You didn't see it?
It's gonna get made. It's gonna make money. It's not gonna touch what the first one did.
Ooh, that's a
its
strong
uniqueness
comment.
And its timing made it make a lot of money. But the second one won't touch it.
That's something that could happen too. Sequels always, it's just something they don't ever do as well as the first one. That's why people don't want to touch them sometimes. But I don't know, GR. I feel like there's a lot of people that love this franchise and love this movie. I think I might do well. I think it might do well.
In 2 years from now, Brian will find out.
Yeah, we will. So, but what's this? Ken won't pay child support even though he works overtime as a call center. So he lives a pink trailer, drives a bicycle, also pink. Then he realizes he likes dudes. # real life.
I mean, if they're gonna get rid of if for some reason if Greta's not involved with this and Baumbach, there could be some potential, the absence of them could definitely affect quality of what is put out there, right? So, I mean, those are kind of
the fact that Margot Robbie is the perfect freaking Barbie, though. She was so perfect.
I know. I don't even she is anatomy. Everything's very symmetrical. She's just got the chin in the right place, the nose, the cute nose, they call it. She's got the cute nose and the big sparkly blue eyes. Yeah, she's complete.
Oh, all us blonde-haired, blue-eyed people are wonderful. Yeah.
Wait a minute, I don't have blue eyes. I got the brown
this used to be blonde when it was.
Do you like any of the ideas, Valerie? Like any of these ideas at all? Anything we're talking about for Barbie 2? Or you're what are you thinking?
I mean, I think it would be, I don't know. I mean, I'm just interested to see where they would take it. I think Weird Barbie would do very well if she crossed over in the real world. I think she would make friends. It would be fun. If anything, I feel like it would honestly just be a lot of the Barbies coming into the real world, navigating, having it be the flip, as opposed to Barbie Land where, the women are running everything. I think there was a scene in the movie where they were in Barbie Land and they were the Kens were can we have somebody on Congress for Barbie Land? And they're sure, you can have one.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
them, you know, if like they were all to go to the real world and have it be like them navigating that and whatnot, you know, it'd be an interesting take for sure, having them in the real world where things are different.
And I'll say it one more time. I just want Michael Cera back. I want Alan. That's all I want. And it was my favorite part. He was so funny. No, well, there's a lot of my favorite parts, but he was great.
I mean, there's also this could flip to Skipper because they didn't show Skipper much in the first movie, so maybe it'll be a Skipper story. You know,
That'd be cool.
That's right.
She already laughed at that.
See, we're already giving off so many ideas now for like Barbie movie. Like this is just like the start, and now they're just gonna go on and on and on. And like 20 years from now, we're gonna talk and be like, "Oh my God,
Barbie
we were
sees
all
the
in
world.
one of the Barbie movies."
Barbie goes on a journey. She sees the whole world, and she brings other Barbies there, and some of the Barbies decide to stay here and stay there.
Oh my gosh, that's what's going to happen. I think that's the next. That's going to be like in
Barbie
the
world collapses because nobody's there. Oh my God!
And then the third one, Barbie runs for president.
Barbie,
why not?
President and probably wins. The first woman to become president is freaking Barbie. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I can. Right?
Yeah,
I can
it might make sense. Yeah. Well, the way things are going, don't
Barbie
put anything
2?
past.
Barbie 2, everybody. What do you think? Let us know. I think this is definitely happening. Again, you hear people like this whenever someone like Hollywood Reporter, of course, I would say I still get when I go to Hollywood Reporter, it's like, are you sure you want to go to this page? Is this spam? Like, it's Hollywood Reporter. What are you doing to me, web browser? That's my own kind of technology stuff I hate. But it's a big trade one, and then Variety, and then Deadline. Once Deadline says this, I know we'll be all talking about this, as Laura said too. But it's a step in the direction. I feel like this meeting happened as we're talking about it, and it's just a matter of time till more information leaks. And Barbie 2 will be on GR's TiVo before you know it. Hey, everybody! Thank you for being here at Kruse Control. As always, we appreciate you for being here. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great time as we did. As always, thank you. Woo, taking this jacket off. It's too hot. Too hot. Can't handle it.
Take it off.
Peel it off. Listen
down, girls, down.
Hair.
Toxic feminism over here. I mean, me.
Yeah.
I'm watching you, GR. I got my eyes on you, and I got 4.
Wholesome and honest feminism here.
Well, thank you all for being here. As always, we had like 450 people at one point, but 343 that are still out there. We appreciate you for being here as always, and thank you across the board here. Miss Valerie Zatarga. Valerie, thank you so much for being here. Hope you had a great time tonight. Appreciate seeing that smiling face as always. Thank you so much for being on Kruse Control.
Thank you for having me. Love to be here.
It was so much fun, Val. Thank you so much. Yeah! Woo! We got to thank the Parched Papa down there, our technical director himself, Mr. GR Waters. Thank you, GR, for being here as well. Hope you had a great time, GR. Gotta watch Barbie. Gotta watch Barbie.
I don't have to watch Barbie, but I had a great time.
Appreciate you, GR. Appreciate you. Miss Laura Broncala. Broncala, thank you for being here as always, Laura. Hope you had a great time as well. Happy to have you back. It was a fun show, and hope to see you again very soon as well.
I love being here. I'll come anytime you ask me to. I have the best time. So, this is just a big fun industry party and I love it.
It really is. We're just having a great time. Good to see you, Count. It was so much fun, Laura. Thank you again for being here. Appreciate you, Laura. And again, keep us posted on what's going on with all the inner workings of your other shows going on too. It's great.
I will. We'll have to get you on something sci-fi so I can have you on my show.
I'd be down. I love sci-fi. I love sci-fi. It's one of my favorite, I'm a big sci-fi guy, like space. I love science. I love, science rules and Bill Nye says anyways.
Space, science, and magic, baby. Those are...
Let's go. Let's go. I'm down. Miss Angela Costello. Angela, thank you for being here as well. Hope you had a great time, Angela. Good to see you. Good to see you. Happy Monday.
Good to see you. Good to see all of you. Nice to meet you too, Laura.
Yeah,
always good to see you.
Thanks, Kira.
Yeah. Valerie, it's been a minute. It's good to have you.
You again.
You
did awesome. You guys have good takes. Everyone has great takes. GR. You know your Stitch. You're always great.
He's like,
You're a little. He's like, I know.
Hey, when you got it, you got it.
Yep, you got it, right here.
When you got it, you flaunt it. Brian knows he's got it too, so there you go.
Oh, you know that.
I got something. I don't know what that is.
Hostess with the mostest.
The host with the mostest.
He's the hostess with the mostest.
I gotta get a haircut. That's what I gotta get. That's tomorrow. But thank you all for being here as always on Kruse Control. Appreciate you. You gotta keep spreading that love as always. We're at like 6,000 and almost 7,000 subscribers, and it comes down to you. I thank you so much for being here day in and day out. We appreciate you in the chat. Good to see you, Queen, as always. And you gotta keep spreading that love, spreading that joy, spreading that word. You gotta tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great grandmas and grandparents that came down from GR's backyard. They had smackdown on the parched papa. He's like, what the hell's going on? I can't see. Then he slides over to my backyard. And he's got chinchillas and beavers and bears. They're having a pool party. I don't know what happens all the time, but it's going down. And I can't stop it. Jonathan's there too. He's bringing some song and dance. He's dancing with the chinchillas. I don't know what that happens. Then some kangaroos hop into my backyard. I'm like, what is happening back here? GR, stop this shit. He won't let it stop. They're all subscribing to Kruse Control. That's fantastic. Watch out for the beavers. And then you gotta watch out for those chickens. They always peck at people's penises. I don't know why that is. And then the squirrels come down with their nuts and they're hoarding them. I have some crazy shit happens in my backyard. But you subscribe. We all subscribe. It's fantastic. We love having you here as always. But anyways, woo, thank you for being here on Kruse Control. We appreciate you. Hope you have a great rest of your week. And hopefully we see you back on Wednesday. Thank you all for being here one more time. Appreciate you, Laura, Val, Angela, GR. But until next time, everybody, see ya.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the pep star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.